Okay. There we go. I have to make sure. Okay, Discord is unmuted too. Make sure everything was just good. All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to what is this? The sixth, fifth, sixth
April.
April book
April.
club.
We'll just
April
call
book
it
club. Yeah, April book club. Oh man. Okay. So we did Giving Up Elysium this month for
April.
the book. Sorry, my cat hit my camera before the stream. Okay. So, I guess we can. How is everyone doing tonight? I was reading something.
Yep.
I was reading the thing. How is everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, good. Minus the storm, so
Yeah.
hopefully we stay connected. Not
Yeah.
supposed to start till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So cross your fingers. We're
I'm
good.
hoping, and I'm not saying this to do anything. I'm kind of hoping we're done by then so that we don't have to worry about that for you, so that we don't lose you in
Are we
this.
really gonna be done by 8 o'clock? We say we're gonna be done by 8 o'clock
I
every. We never are. Anyways, we're squirreling.
Oh yeah, we are. We're really good at that.
So we picked this book. We did meet the author
Mhm.
in March,
Mhm.
and for our rewritten book event.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, we were really excited to give this a read.
Yep. A good chunk of the books I think we're going to be reading is going to be from that event, just because I think most of us are trying to get through the TBR that we have accumulated from that event.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
need to actually read the books I spent a lot of money on.
I've
So
read
we're getting there.
I've read one of the books she bought, but I didn't buy.
And I haven't read it yet.
So, I love the
That tells you,
pictures though. I love the pictures. Uh,
tells you something.
hmm?
So that tells you something.
Yeah, I love the pictures. So with this book, I'm gonna have to keep playing with the volume settings because we're gonna get loud, we're gonna get quiet, we're gonna be all over the place. Learn that lesson from the last couple streams.
Or if I get a ping that I'm being too loud, and I have
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
to
mhm,
reel it
mhm.
in. Okay. So I guess we get this started.
Yes, 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 yes.
What was y'all's overall reaction to the book?
Kendall, you want to go first?
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Overall reaction was pretty consistent. Like I was definitely interested in the author's take in all of like the Greek mythology. I liked all of the if y'all are going to read it, that she has footnotes for like
Yes.
little lore drops for deeper detail if you want to like learn more about it. Um, it appears more often at the very beginning and it kind of dwindles off towards the end, but it's a lot of like world building, which is an element that I really like.
Mhm.
So that kind of kept me going. I ended up like, what is it? Like the beginning started off kind of slow, which I figured was there. So I was able to like keep going and I read like big chunks at a time and it really kept my attention and I was loving it. And then, there was like a stall and I was like, okay, that's all right. So like in short, I enjoyed it, which sounds like such a basic answer, but it's the truth. So
I mean,
Yeah.
we go into more in depth of why we enjoyed it and questions. So I feel like that's pretty basic overall reaction to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I I kind of agree with you there though. It was good. It was definitely a different take, and I did like the illustrations at the bottoms to kind of explain what was going on, like hey, this is this person, but here's like, basically the definition of what this person is. It was really helpful and I loved that, so I didn't have to flip back to the front of the book to figure out, or the back of the book to figure out who it is.
Mm-hmm.
I could just read it right there on the page, which was so nice. And then I also read it when I couldn't read it physically on the Kindle version. I could just click the little blue link and it would pop it up so I could see it real quick, and then it went back to whatever it needed to do. But I think what really sold me, especially the first, like, opening the book for the first time, was the art and the detail in that.
I totally agree.
The chapters, like how it had almost like hieroglyphics going. It looked like it was very, it reminded me of Egyptian meets Greek mythology a little bit. And I've always found Egyptian art pretty neat. So I really liked that aspect in the book. I also loved the I also really, really, really loved the I loved the I don't know how to say it without it sounding weird. I loved the feel of the book. Like, it wasn't,
I understand, yeah.
yeah, like it was just comfortable to be like, oh, picture, awesome, like these people are in a fight, or these people are in this, and like you get to see an art illustration like after to give you like a picture to go with, like what they're wearing, what they kind of look like, what they have on them, things like that. And I will agree, like it had a stall moment in the middle. But getting closer to the end is when it really picked up for me. I finished this in 2 days because I was listening to it, and that stall moment, it drug for a second, but then once you got to the end, it really picked up, and I am excited to see where this goes. I am very, I am down to read the next book or books that come after, because I am intrigued to see where this goes. This is not my typical
it had a
read.
lot of world building leading up to something big, and I'm excited to see where that big goes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I wrote. I'm interested to see where it goes and how it all connects together, because it is told from two point of views, and they're totally separate for the most part. Like, the two main characters, don't interact, but you see some character crossover, I guess you'd say. So I am intrigued to see where it goes.
Same. That kind of covered even the next thing that we talk about for me. So like it just kind of all tied into one question. So did y'all have like a favorite scene, part that happened?
So, it's not really anything like, not really a scene. I guess it was a scene, like obviously it's in the book.
Yeah.
But I don't know why this had been cracking up laughing. It's probably because the books we read. Yeah. But it was Nico describing the books he has in his library.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I know. I read that and I was like, it's great.
He's one of us. He's one of us.
He's one of us. And I think
he's a book early.
I think
at it.
Yeah. And like that just made me almost instantly love the character. I'm like, yeah.
I do. I love Nico. He was so
Your
great.
test is received.
Yes.
Received.
We have it. We have your test.
And I did have another one. It was Nico's sister, Jada. Jada.
I said Jada in my brain.
I said Jada, but I don't think that's right.
It could not be right, but my brain says one word, and that's what my brain says.
That's how it was.
If I am not saying it right, I am sorry, but
correct us if we're wrong.
Correct us if we're wrong, but I have an interesting imagination in my brain for names, so.
Yeah. But her kicking her brother's butt during hand-to-hand training.
Hell yeah.
Oh, like, she was like, yes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was good.
What about you guys?
Good. I loved when Gareth got drunk with Nico. I loved that so much. I was laughing so hard when he just vomited, and I was like, so good.
And the poor guy was passed out while the tavern fight broke out, and he ended up in jail, and he was left there afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, poor dude.
This poor Gareth. Poor Gareth, man. He went through it. The poor guy. All he's trying to do is like grieve the fact he lost the love of his life, and it's like, well, oops.
How did I end up here?
How did I get here? Oh man.
I know. What about you?
So I'm sorry, you're gonna. I'm sharing an office space, so you're probably gonna hear, not just me.
Yeah, that's
But
that's okay.
sorry, I'm laughing right now.
Probably. I heard her dad say Kindle.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the heck? No, my favorite part is it's kind of like multiple favorite parts, but it's the same thing. It's Ymir, and again, sorry for the mispronunciation, but it's anytime Ymir like has her nightmares, and they immediately get kind of washed away, and she reunites with her friend, who is this mysterious shadowy figure, and you know we come to find out later who that is. But I always thought like I kind of had an inkling as to who that would be, but I liked the mystery of it. I also thought it was very sweet and very endearing because it's like she's suffering so much, and so to have that reprieve in her dreams of someone who like valued her as a friend,
And it made her feel safe.
yeah, it made her feel safe, like immediately embraced her and was like, you can sleep and it's okay, you can rest. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
that's my favorite.
Okay.
So was there a moment that really stuck with you guys? Besides the favorite scenes and stuff?
Probably the part that you talked about where his sister kicks his butt, and it's one of those like
Celebration.
it's a celebration, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of like when my sister got older, like grew up and went from I could kick her ass to the point where she could take the upper hand when needed. It was kind of like a rite of passage or like growth. You see like Nico sees his sister, now she's older, and you know, not this younger sister he has to protect. He sees that she can protect herself. So it's kind of like that stuck with me because that I kind of felt the same thing as Nico that could have felt at the same time. Like it's like so that kind of stuck with me. I was like I loved it. It was good, but also I kind of felt it.
Yeah.
Oh, what about y'all?
I have 3, so if anybody else wants to go.
Yeah, I'd say the part that stuck out to me, I think a lot of it, I think it was more like a big chunk that stood out to me, and I think that was Ymir's time at Castle Notos. That whole, like, all of those experiences really stood out. It's like, they were very, I think, honestly, the time, and epic spoilers, but it was when it was her time at the confessional.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get people to fight, and no one helped her.
Yeah.
That was one of mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she was so sure that the other slaves would join. Like, we got this, guys. Let's go. Like,
Yeah.
like
that
she went through
really stuck.
Yeah, like she went through so much, and she was going through all that rage, and she was sure that people would feel the same thing that she would feel. And out of this, like, and it's like that made sense to me, like as the reader. It's like how could you, like, this girl is fighting for her life, and she's even telling you, it's like, there are way more of us than there are of them. You can just run and crowd at them, and you can do this, and no one did a thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, how much damage did those people go through for them to just give up like that? And it just it gave me so many things to think about, you know.
Well,
and they had so much fear, like,
yeah, absolutely.
To sort of piggyback off it, not to cut you off, Crystal, but that part right there, and then the part where she started getting close with the general's daughter and started seeing how the general treats his own daughter, let alone the slaves. It was so bad. So
Yeah.
go ahead, Crystal.
Yeah, so my other two, besides the slave one, which the confessional, like, torture methods were just so crazy. Like, the bull
Yeah.
burning, slaves and stuff was just. Could you imagine going and seeing that, smelling that, just like, no
Rot.
wonder the slaves didn't fight back.
Yeah.
Like, they were just terrified.
Nobody would want to go through that.
Right. But mine was, the first one was her finding her mom dead. Like, I just, like, I believe up until then she was like, my mom's somewhere, let's go find her. And, the fact that she was trying to prevent her, brother, I almost said son, brother from seeing her. And I just, like, that moment, but, like, going through that alone, like, trying to protect your sibling from seeing that, it was just heart-wrenching. And plus what she went through right afterwards, like, that just, her whole, like, boat, being on the boat and everything that happened with her, which we won't talk about because we don't have warnings on this, but it is graphic, and she goes through hell and back. But my last one was the Astria, the general's daughter. I might be saying that wrong. One of my moments was when her father was dragging her through the portals.
Yeah.
Through with the chain, like.
Yeah.
And I'm here seeing that and was like, my friend's gone. Like, what am I supposed to do now? That was just a couple of those moments really stuck with me.
Yeah, definitely did. It just a lot of emotion can come from this. And I felt like you see this, I'm not going to call it sunshine, but it was more of a brighter side where Gareth was. It was a more positive place to be.
Right.
And then you get this such dark place that Ymir ended up. And it's like you see the good and you see the bad. And you're living through both. Now the story, the story did confuse me at first, going between the two. So I was like, okay, but you definitely see the dark where she's at, the bad side, and
compared to what she went through, like, he had it good.
Like,
and he expected not to be good, like, he expected to go through hell, and they treated him really good.
They did. Room and board.
Yeah.
And food and booze.
Right? Getting drunk with the king's son, like.
Exactly. Burp. So, how did y'all feel once you finished the book?
I wrote one word: intrigued, and I say that often throughout this. I was very intrigued, and I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes, because it was a lot of world building, which like, lauded it for a little bit, but I think she did it all for a reason. Like, it's just, I feel like it wasn't unnecessary. So I'm like, okay, all this led up to something that we didn't get to see yet, and so I'm like,
I want to know where the heck her brother's been.
Yes, right?
That's what I want to know. I want to know where the brother.
Stone, like, it's something's coming.
I feel like there's something significant with those stones. I feel
100%.
Oh yeah. So something's coming. But Kendall,
yes.
How did you feel at the end?
I definitely, so I had like over 100 pages left when I finished the book. This was the first ever book that I like stayed up late until I finished it and then went to bed. Like you two can confirm that as soon as I finished it, I put the book down, I went straight to the group chat at 11:59 p.m. and was like, finished it, 4 stars, and then at midnight I said good night, and then I went to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
And so how I felt at the end of it was like, okay, first of all, I still need more information.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, okay, so if and or when there's going to be a second book, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna want to read it.
Yeah.
Because of it's like, okay, we've established the world, we've established, like, first of all, wow, those last 100 pages.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, not to say this is a coined term, but she Sarah J. Moss did, guys. Just those last 100 pages.
Her
love
and
it.
Rebecca Yaros. Her and
Yeah,
Sarah and
seriously.
Rebecca, man,
Yeah.
they getting us.
Yeah, W.B. Clark.
I feel like
is up
that's
there.
high praise for you to like to stay up late to finish a book.
Oh yeah.
No,
That,
it
to me,
definitely
like
is.
that's like me, yeah.
Yeah, like when I can't stand staying up late, like into the wee hours of the night. French wee. No.
Yeah.
And so, but I was sitting here like, I'm literally so close to finishing this book, and things are so high.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm not gonna be, and it's like when the book is sitting on my nightstand as I go to sleep and my brain is still like active,
Just going.
it's still going. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be able to like stop thinking about it as I go to sleep. I may as well finish it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
finally understand you two staying up late trying to finish a book. And I may
Yeah.
catch myself doing it again. I don't know.
Yeah. I will
Okay.
say one of the books that's coming up that we will talk about is definitely one of those ones I did stay up until midnight, 1 a.m. to finish. Just the last time I did it was Onyx Storm. That was the last time I stayed up super late to finish a book. And I stayed up till 1 a.m. and then I texted Crystal that I finished it. And then I went to sleep. I was
hounding her to finish that. I was like,
Yeah.
"Come on now."
Yeah, I texted her. I was like, I'm done. And then I was like, so
We'll talk about it later.
we'll talk about it later. So I get it. It's you don't get those books often, but when you do, it
Yeah.
sucks you in. And I will say I did have to stop typing at work towards the end of this book. Like I was like, what? Like, it was just like, holy cow. And it's always the last 100 pages that really get me sucked in, and I'm hyper focused on it to know where that 100 pages go. Noted. I did not realize this was going to have another book, so I thought it was a standalone for like
Yep, I thought.
a hot second, and then I was like, oh wait, no, it's not hot. It's not a standalone. Uh-oh.
No, it is not, and there is no ETA on the second book. So go into that. Be prepared, because
Yep.
as stated, the last 100 pages really, really sucked you in, and you're like, "Where's book 2?" Oh,
Yeah, I
it's not
know,
even,
because I was on the
like-
verge of like tears by the end of the book. So I'm like, what? This is, huh? It was like an Onyx Storm moment. I went, wait, where's the rest of it?
Yeah,
No,
And it
right?
was
That's
really
it.
good.
Like, what? So,
Which characters did you guys like the most, or the least?
at the time I said Gareth, and then I finished and I like Nico the most. Hate the general.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, what about y'all?
So minus Nico, which I thought was too obvious, because like me, like he's
Yeah.
like my moral.
Nico's one of the
gray
girls.
who likes Exotica, like
Yeah, Nico's one of the girls.
He's in. Like,
Yeah, he's in book club.
I said Jada and Astra, the general shot.
Yeah.
I really liked her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I felt for her and
Yeah.
everything she went through with her
Mhm.
dad, and like, you know, the fact that she was able to gain that friend and started coming out of her bubble, so to speak. Like, I really liked her probably more than Jada. Like, I wanted to like Jada more, but of course, what happens? Like, I obviously we're not going to see more of her.
Yeah.
But and then for least, I said the like Ruby and some of the other female slaves.
Yes, I can agree with you there.
I agree.
I agree with
They
you
were
there.
very like, you guys are already going through hell.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to pick on other people? Which,
Yeah.
and I get it, like, it's going to happen, but I feel like in that tortured-ish situation, like, you guys are being beaten daily. Like,
I wanted to punch Ruby in the throat.
hmm
Yeah. Like I did. The way that she would just be so nasty, and I'm like, all for one, one for all at this point. Like,
right. Like, you
look,
guys don't have to like each other. Just,
yeah,
come
no.
on.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
true. Some
That is
people do have.
very true, Goat. That is very true. Kendall, I don't know if you can see the chat.
I can't see it.
It says Goat has said some people have to pay good money to get beaten daily.
To get me to what?
To get
To
beaten
get beaten
daily.
Oh.
And they do. Some people pay really good money for that. I don't.
No comment. Kendall, what was your favorite and least favorite character?
Starting with the least favorite. So y'all went with the other female slaves.
Shelby's
My least
losing.
favorite. I see her.
Anyway.
I don't know what triggered that, but we're gonna end up
To getting
spoiling if we
beaten
do it.
daily. Like, we're just gonna leave that alone.
We're gonna just. Okay.
Leave it to Cody.
Continue.
To get
Yeah.
Okay.
So my whole thing is like, yeah, they sucked, but I feel like who was worse were the guards.
Yes.
Not a single, and not just the guards, just anyone who was like a soldier or anyone on that boat or anyone who was at the auction. They all sucked. Like they're the worst. Like how much hatred do all of these people have to hold? And I can't help but notice that you two are like holding back laughter the whole time, and it's throwing me off real bad.
Because Goat goes, not a normal stream if I don't make Shelby lose her shit at least once.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah. What's
But
sad is it doesn't even take much effort. No, not at all.
yeah, so
Okay.
least favorite, there
Alright.
isn't just one. There are many, and it's just the collective of people who
it's a
mistreated
group.
her. Yeah. My favorite, surprisingly enough, I didn't think so, but I think it's because I don't know enough about him, so I hope to know more about him later. But Erebos,
Okay.
the emissary,
Yeah.
because I don't know, like, you don't know much about him until like the very, very end, like those last
That's
100
really
pages.
bad for him. Like,
Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
horrible.
Find it again. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
understand why it happened, but it really sucked that it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like between him and Nico, it's like there was so much trust that was broken, and so it's like because trust is broken and we're in a state of like intense crisis, I can understand the protections, but considering that that Erebos was trying to reach out again and try and help and try to explain, it still sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm curious as to what's going to happen to him.
Okay.
And now that we know more about him, even if it's just a little bit, it's kind of like, oh, that explains it, but now I have more questions. So I guess that's why he's my favorite.
I get that.
Yep, I get that. Whew.
You relate to any character.
I didn't put an answer to that, so I'm gonna hear y'all's, and then maybe I'll have something.
Okay. Kendall, do you have one?
Not really. I mean, if I had to like think about it, I would probably say I feel like I can't relate to any of them because they all went through such horrible things. And I'm gonna think about it. Crystal, you go first.
Well,
Okay, so
according to
mine.
Goat, he relates to the ones that get beaten.
I mean, mine relates to the one that does the beating. So whatever. So mine was Jada. Just the the emotional roller coaster she had to have went through to know she's being given away to Hercules and what she's gonna have to do. Like, and her brother, like, no, we'll run away, and
Yep.
like just the emotional roller coaster of her willing to give herself away to someone that's going to be really bad, and
Yeah.
knowing that he's going to be really bad
Yep.
to save her kingdom. Like, just, and she was the only one I could really relate to. Just a willingness to give up herself to save the the whole, if that makes sense. Like, she's gonna sacrifice herself to save the mini.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was mine.
I I can actually agree with you there with that one. And I also, I mean, I can kind of maybe relate to Nico more because it's like because of all of this stuff that his sister is doing, I can see the fact that he's like, you know what, no, you're better for this. So I will, if I get the crown, I'll step down and I'll give it to you because you're going to be the one who
Mm-hmm.
does really well. So I kind of relate more to Nico when he understands like I need to be the one to take the step away and let you step up and do what is needed for the people. And I relate to Nico in that
Yeah,
he knows
that
when
makes
to
sense.
make those decisions.
Yeah, because
So
she definitely would have been a better ruler than
yeah,
I think he made.
yeah.
I
Go
would
see your dad.
say now that I've thought about it after listening to y'all, I feel like if I had to relate to a character, I'd probably say Gareth
Okay.
because it's there's that parallel in like he's in a helping profession because his gift was to heal. And there's a lot of him wanting to put himself to work to help others and but he like so it's like something that he lacks is like acknowledging that he's suffering himself
Yeah,
while helping others. Like he acknowledges it in a way, like he's like, I'm mourning the loss of the love of my life, but what is he doing to proactively take care of himself? He's making himself busy by going and working in the infirmary.
almost
uh
overdoing it.
yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's something that I'm learning to work on as well as a human being in the world, right? Um, and then there's also that whole thing of like questioning the gods. He's trying to figure out what he believes in, and I feel like there's a parallel with that too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Gareth. I thought Erebos for a second because I was like, I too don't know how to process human emotion, and I'm like, no, that's a lie. That may have been me about like 3-4 years ago, but not right now. So I'm gonna go with Gareth.
Yeah. Sorry. Dog ripped out my headset.
No, that's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, Mom, pay attention to me.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no, I agree with you there. Gareth, I can't, I mean, I can sort of relate, but I think I do lean more towards Nico. But I do agree with you with Gareth on that. He put himself to the max in this on it.
Yeah.
So, okay, wait. Um do you have any characters that you wish developed more in this?
Kendall, I'll let you go first
Yeah.
if you want to. If not,
I don't know. I said Nico jokingly, but at the same time, I also feel Nico. Like I feel like there was a lot. I'm with Shelby on the fact that like those it felt like I was I was reading two different stories but set in the same world.
Yeah.
And so like
I mean, in a sense, you were like,
Yeah. Completely
and
polar
it's like,
opposites. But
it's like Ymir was going through so much. She was figuring so much about herself. She was like suffering. She was interacting with all these people who treated her horribly. She's figuring out her power. She's doing all this. And then there's Nico. And I'm
And
gonna
then
go
there's
party. And, you know, I don't want to be king. And I'd rather go do vigilante stuff. Or go to taverns. Or go be with people with activities, if y'all know what I mean. And, you know, it's just like...
yeah.
And so there was a lot of that, and he did realize some things about himself, but I feel like it wasn't to that same degree. And so I would want to know more about him in that way. And I hope that maybe she's already like figuring out like how are we gonna do that in the second book. What is that gonna look like?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what she comes up with in that department.
I do hope for more development on Nico, just because I feel like we had him as a prince in this first book, and I feel like now that all the actions of the end of the book have happened, I feel like the next book, hopefully it'll bring more of a, I'm not going to say serious, he was pretty serious, just more of a, in a different, what is that called, like a place, like a different setting
like,
of him,
different circumstances.
Yes.
Yeah, because now that you're saying that, I'm curious as to like maybe the author did that on purpose.
Like we get to see the Nico before everything.
Yeah, because you know it's like he doesn't have any real authority. All he had was like privilege.
Yes.
And like the king and the council and whoever just want him to be safe and be on standby, and you know, you're not ready, and so he's like, well, I want to do something. Like, he's got drive, he's got ambition, he's got, you know, does it mean that he wants to be king? No, but he's got drive to do literally anything else. He just like, what does he do with it? And I think that's what he may have been asking himself.
And I think this is gonna drive him to figure that out. Like, I feel like that's where it's gonna go. But Crystal.
Yeah. So, I had one that you don't see much of, and didn't put her name. Don't ask me why. But I think it was like Andromeda.
Oh,
it
yes.
was the queen. The fact that she like, like I don't remember if she was 10, but the one that was going to be queen.
Yeah.
Like, poisoned her whole family to become queen. Like, I want a little bit more of that. Like, how did that all situation go, and how is she going to develop, and that whole situation? Yeah. And at first I said Jada. Like, when I first wrote this, I wasn't to a certain part, and I put Jada because I would like to really know more of her backstory in the next book. Yeah. And then I realized what happens, so I'm like, okay, scratch that, because, you know, we're not going to see more of her because she's obviously no longer living.
Yeah. That was...
So, in Astria, I feel like her, like, I want to know more. I want to see her develop.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Which, by the way, this is a huge squirrel moment. Did you get new glasses?
Yes.
I like them.
They're super cute.
They are.
They're
like them.
A little bit bigger than I normally get, but they're really thin, and I feel like I can see more.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I like them. I like them.
Glasses.
Yeah, I've been staring at you like, those are
Something's
new.
Different.
Yeah, I think those are new.
They are new. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, I like them. I like them a lot. Sorry, that was a huge squirrel. Captain Observant. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So did any characters surprise you guys?
Nico. If we're gonna
just love Nico.
Yeah, we do. We just love Nico.
We do love Nico. But he didn't. Why did he surprise you?
Cause
Just
like in the beginning, it's he didn't seem to. I mean, he did, but it's just as time goes on, I could see the seriousness getting further and further. And like I thought, especially like with going out and drinking and stuff, that he was okay, and, and like
I like how
just
you're like, oh, okay.
um it's just one of those things where it's like I thought he was going to be this like party prince, like that's what he was going to be, and then he ended up stepping up and surprising me, because like I thought it was going to be that typical cliche thing, like I did in the beginning, because I was like, okay, this is, maybe after this he'll meet her and he'll mature. Oh no, 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 no. That did not go any which way, shape, or form I thought it was gonna go. And most of the book.
I'm trying not to laugh at goats. So sorry.
Yep. Nope. No. I told myself I wasn't gonna look, and I looked. It's kind of. It's.
He makes chat entertaining.
Oh, he does. He definitely makes the chat entertaining during our streams. Um. But it's definitely Nico, but also I saw it in the beginning, but like the real step up, where she, usually people, I see them back down when stuff like this is happening, and the fact that she was just like, guys, rise up and go against them. It's like 2 against 1 if we all band together and do this. And Emery, I think that's how you say her name.
Who?
The main character, female main character.
Oh, yeah. I keep thinking it's like Ymir.
or something like that. So her definitely surprised me at that point too, with they just the shift, and I really really liked.
Especially all she went through. Like,
yeah.
To be like, let's rise up. Like,
let's fight back. Let's fight back. And so yeah, there's mine.
Yeah, I'd say the one that surprised me the most. I'm probably gonna say Erebos and Care.
I put Erebos. Yeah.
Yeah, because first of all, I thought they were twins, and boy was I wrong. Who I don't want to know. Yeah, no. Come to find out that it's like Cerberus. They're Cerberus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. That explains a lot. It explains a lot about mannerisms and like ferociousness, and where's the third one? Because now I know that they're not twins. I think they're triplets if it's Cerberus.
Yeah.
So what's going on there?
Yep.
Yeah. There's so many questions.
Yeah. I didn't like him at the beginning, but I felt really there's a cat butt walking across the street. Anyways.
Yep, that would be my cat. She had to get in her spot.
Yeah, he was the one that I found most surprising to enjoy. Like, I didn't expect to like him. And his twin, like, I didn't like his. Of course, he was like the bad one, of course. But Erebos was like, that's very interesting, especially to find out they're, Cerberus. So I'm like, okay, very, very intrigued. So
I can't wait to see like all three of them together.
Kind of feel like Nico, I kind of expect him to, like, the hints that we got in the beginning, I guess I didn't really, it wasn't surprising when he stood up and actually, like, the only surprising part was when Nico actually decided to go out with the soldiers that were going to burn the boat.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of surprised me. I didn't see that one coming, but everything else, with him stepping up, I saw it coming. but that was surprising, which I really don't think he should have went because he kind of messed everything up. But
Mm-hmm.
his heart was in the right place. He just could have thought about it a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, I think he even says that. I think he does. So there is that. But yeah. Well, that was that. Fudge, stop moving. Okay. So, well, if you wanted to give one of the characters advice, who would it be? What would you say?
So mine's kind of obvious, kind of.
Okay.
So it'd be Ymir. Like, listen
Okay.
to the voice inside your head.
Yeah.
Like, there
Yeah.
was a couple times, like, the voice, she actually was hearing
Yes.
things inside her head.
Yeah.
And, like, and the reason I wrote this was mainly her deal she made with Hades. Like,
Yes.
that is definitely something that I felt she shouldn't have made. Like, and I want to say, like, her voice told her, like, be careful. Like, you probably shouldn't do this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
type of thing. And, like, and I understand why she did it, but I'm like, you really should have listened to the voices inside your head a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. I say the same thing. I said the same thing. I was screaming at the book, like, listen to the voices in your head. This is the one time you're supposed to do that.
One side, you're supposed to listen to those crazy voices.
Yeah, you're supposed to listen to the crazy voices. You're supposed to. Kendall?
Piece of advice? Oh my gosh. I really.
There.
I don't think I have one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe to Jada, I'd probably tell her, like, for once, can you do something for you? Like, can you do something for yourself? What did he say?
Good boy. Good boy.
Oh my god.
He says I do. Her name is Jandara. Listening to the voices, that is.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why is it always when Kendall starts talking?
I don't know.
Yeah, but no, I guess that'd be my advice to Jada, because I feel like that could have saved her a lot, especially in the end, because she was so confident that she would be okay.
Yeah.
She could take care of herself and she'll be able to deal with it. And then
I honestly didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah, and then
I
Heracles
was
had
shocked by that.
Yeah, and then he had his big bad guy, the BBEG monologue, and then killed a bunch of people, and I was like,
Yeah, like, oh gosh. What is going on? Oh, sorry. I was up early today.
So, next question. Did the story keep your interest throughout? Lag or shine anywhere?
It lagged a little bit for me. Especially, like, while it was going through, like, the weeks of, like, oh, week 11, week 3, week this, week that. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Let's go.
What else? Like, and it's not that it was bad. It was just, I was ready to see something a little different. And that's when I started getting like, oh, I'm ready for something different. That's when her confessional,
something different comes.
Yeah, her thing happened. So I was like, okay, it lagged, but it lagged at a good pace that kept me going.
Right.
Like I said, I finished this in 2 days. So
yeah, took me a little bit longer, but yeah, it kept my interest enough. And like Shelby said, it did lag some, but I feel like it wasn't enough for me to like DNF it or put it down or anything. So it was like drawn in. So it was like a good balance, I guess.
It was.
It's just a lot of world building that was building up to something. So and I just said I enjoyed the bits of knowledge, those little footnotes, and the art in the physical book was really good. And all the characters, good and bad, that you meet along the way, like they all had their own part. Even the guards and the female slaves, like they all,
I like
had their own
how,
part to play.
and I like the personality that came from every person. Like each character had their own body in the creation of all of it too. It wasn't just like, okay, here's a character. Like these people had like emotion and things like that throughout it. So but I do like the fact when it would kind of lag a little bit, it'd hop over to Nico, and then a stuff would happen with Nico, and then it hop back over to her, and I'm like, okay, like at least I'm getting both on that. What about you, Kendall?
I did. It was slow, like I know that I'm a slow reader, but I felt like it was really slow. Which I knew what to expect going in with books like this, where there is a lot of world building, because there's gonna be that, like, okay, let's establish the world, let's build what's happening here, so then things make sense for the reader. So I knew what to expect going in, and that was fine, and I was able to, like, it didn't feel like I was powering through the beginning. And you guys are right, it is happening every time I talk. I don't know. I'm about to say,
Kindle is talking, insert joke. it's exactly what I wrote. Oh, Kindle's talking, insert joke.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm gonna take it personally. This is crazy. But
sorry.
yeah, no, it's yeah, but it got to a point where, like, I would have to put it down because I just wasn't as, like, attached to any of the characters. Like, there would be something, like, I'm a big believer of the show don't tell rule when it comes to writing. I think it's because that was, like, ingrained in me in grade school, so that just may be my personal thing. But I felt like there was a bit of a lack of it. There was a lot of, like, the characters explaining either in narration or to themselves in dialogue or to others, and it was like, okay. So because there was that tell and not, like, the show in, like, their body language or their actions, it wasn't as, like, relatable, and it kind of created this, like, detachment for me. So it was, I still really enjoyed it, and it was, like, a consistent pace, but it was a little slower than usual.
Okay, I can see that. I can get that.
That's a good next question.
Yeah, like, was there a
Did you have
point?
a turning point?
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure we all probably have the same answer. Like, they really, really get sucked in.
Yeah.
And Kendall said it earlier, the last 100 pages. That's, like, to me, that's what I've hit. The last, like, 150 pages, like, was the biggest turning point.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, I agree. There was a turning point in this that made me, like, through the book.
Yeah.
There was. Does anybody want to go first to talk about what that point was for them?
I'll go before Goat inserts another joke. So I'm gonna say not just the last 100 pages, but also, like, as soon as General Karos showed up to Castle Notos, because that's where Ymir's like, all right, now it's time to get to work. Now I can start searching for that not topaz, citrine, and then get out. And she's like, okay, let's start putting things in motion. And so now the ball's rolling.
Yeah.
That was where it's like, all right, lock in.
Yeah, that was the same spot for me. Was when he showed up, and to me that was more of a oh my god. So anyway, now we're talking and he's doing it.
Yeah, it's not on you anymore.
Yeah, it's not on you anymore. It's on me now.
Haha.
It was that. It was kind of, because I was wondering the same thing before he showed up. I was like, is he ever gonna come back? Like, is he gonna come back? And then when he finally did, and she was like, okay, I know where this gem is. I know where this is and I have a plan to get us out. Like that's when I like, you know that you sit up in bed and you start turning pages. That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I sat up at work and just started typing and listening and like honed in on that book cuz I was hell bent on finishing it.
Yeah,
Cuz
I put when she told him, and what was his name?
Stelios
Stelios? Yeah.
Stelios.
I put when he came back and she said, "No, I'm not leaving. I
Mhm.
need a plan to get these two people out
Yeah.
with me, with us."
Mhm.
That was my specific turning point. 'Cause
Mhm.
I'm like, good, she's not gonna leave them. Like,
Mhm.
especially Astros. Like,
Mhm.
And I do have another one, but it's my next question, so I'm not gonna put that one because I
That's
think it's
fine.
kind of tied. But yeah.
Yeah. I agree. It. We'll see if we have the same one when we go. So, since we've all answered, it's what scene had you screaming, kicking your feet, staring at the wall? Like, what was your moment? Like, oh my god, moment in this book.
I would say when Imar wakes up from her deal with Hades and she
Okay.
sees all of like the bloodshed and like the massacring going on
Yeah.
around her and
Mhm.
everybody suddenly avoiding her, all the gore. That's what had me like jaw dropped on the floor type stuff.
That's a
Yeah,
good one. Yeah.
that is a really good one.
That's
Yeah,
not the one
because
but yeah, I
Yeah.
really, now since you're saying it, I remember that part, and that part was just like, gasp, like,
Yeah.
imagine waking up and being in that situation.
yeah,
Like, that's just so
especially with no recollection of what
Like
happened
all
to
of that.
cause that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she basically woke up confused. Even and even in the if can I my memory is horrible anyway, but when she was making that deal with Hades, it's like I don't think there was a specifier as to what his power entails.
No,
And so
No.
there
like
wasn't.
none of us knew, not even Ymir knew. It was just what it's like, okay, you're going to give me power so then I can save the people around me and I can live and I can do this. Fine. And so now that you see it, it's like, oh, what has she done?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what is this going to entail in that with her power and all of that after waking up from that? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelby,
So,
you want to say yours? Or do you want
I
me to say
can.
mine?
I'll say mine. Um it was the very end. Like Jada my brain.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Jada went into this so confident, like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, and then she passes and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"What?" like I froze and just stared when that happened cuz I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" Uh, yeah, that was my moment of just like wow. And the thing you talked about, Kendall, like it just like her waking up after that and it's like okay, how do you wake up and you don't feel that power in you after
Yeah.
like that's my other thing. But anyway, go ahead, Crystal.
So mine was around the same scene, the wedding
Mm-hmm.
ceremony, but mine mainly started when Jada and Nico, sorry, brain fart.
Big brain fart,
Jada
it's
and
okay.
Nico was waiting to actually go towards the ceremony, and
Mm-hmm.
Nico was like, "Yeah, let's run away together. Like, you don't have to do this." Almost
Mm-hmm.
making the situation worse because Jada was gonna go through with this, knowing it was gonna save her kingdom. At least in her head, it was gonna save her kingdom. And she was
She was
like,
gonna
she
embrace
doesn't
the
care.
suck.
Yeah, and Nico was almost making it worse by saying, "No, let's like
Yeah.
run away. Like, let's just throw this whole kingdom out in the trash, so to speak, because
Yeah.
that's what it would have done."
Yeah.
And the whole like Jada dying, and Hercules was like, "This is the only reason." You know, he's been waiting for this moment so
Uh-huh.
long. I think that whole like ceremony scene was just like staring at the wall, like, oh my god, I can't believe all this is happening all in this little, like, chapter, so to speak. Like, just so much unpacked right there, and that was the biggest jaw-dropping moment in mine.
Yeah, I had to put I had to pause listening for when the chapter ended. I was like, what the
yeah.
So much dumping happened in that chapter, and I was just like, what the fuck?
And that was pretty much my turning point, like, to really, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Like, that was just, that whole chapter was just mind-boggling.
Yep. Oh my god, I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, and I'm not bored. No.
She's exercising her mouth for like no.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say something endearing like "We love you, Shelby," but you know, whatever.
Hey, you know what? I gotta get both ends of the spectrum at this.
No. No.
I broke myself.
Me too.
There was a slight delay in your statement there, and I think that's what triggered Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, it would really suck if I ended up with TMJ. Anyway. No, I did not.
What?
I did not. Did you predict the ending, Kendall?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was waiting for you to elaborate, but I guess it was just no. Next question.
No,
but no, I agree. I really didn't expect the ending to end up like that. Hence why I was like, last 100 pages. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I predicted Hercules taking over the city.
I did.
That part I did predict, but the rest of it I didn't. Like, I predicted him, like, scheming to get into the city, because, like, you know, he couldn't get into the city otherwise. And I'm like, you know, ma'am, you need to calm down.
You're not the boss of me.
You tell him.
You're not the boss of me.
Not the boss of me either. Except for in the bedroom. Anyways. But no, it did not matter. Shelby's gone. Shelby's completely gone.
She's literally gone. Oh, no, the chair shit. Welcome back.
Oh.
Always is the headset. Okay. But yeah, so that part didn't matter. It didn't impact the story to me. That I knew he was doing this for a reason. I just wasn't expecting death to happen. But I did predict that he was wanting to marry her for alternative motives. So.
Yes. Yeah. Which, I get that. I mean, it happens. It happens.
You know, this is why we can never get done on time.
It's Goat's fault.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's Goat's fault. I mean, keeps him interesting. It keeps the stream interesting, at least, yeah. At the end, did y'all feel frustrated, satisfied? Did you feel it was perfect? No, because it ended on a cliffhanger.
I felt intrigued again, and I was surprised.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's satisfying because I want to know what happens, and I would say probably a little frustrating because again, like you, I think all of us kind of went into this until about 80%, maybe 70%. I was thinking this was going to be a standalone.
Uh-huh.
And so it was a little frustrating realizing lessons. But I also was 70%. I'm like, it's either really going to be a second book or she's going to wrap it all up in 70 pages and I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
because I
So
really don't like those books. That
yeah.
feel like it's all like 70% of the book is like law, like this, that, and then like this is this, and I haven't like.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. And
So it's a little frustrating. Though now we have to wait till who knows when to see where
yeah.
the story goes.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that it's soon. Now, I did notice this book came out in October of 2025. So and I do know that this book took her some time to write. Noted my
Which I'm glad.
TBR.
I'm glad she took time to really learn the history
Yes.
behind North. Solid.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure the art illustrations in the book and the things that look like hieroglyphics and all of that are not easy to have done pretty quickly. I know the art probably takes some time, so if it takes another year for it to come out, I get it. I have enough books. 2027's got me freaking busy, okay? Like, or not even 27, I'm sorry, 2026 going into 2027's got me busy. So, I'm excited to see where this goes. I was a little, I was frustrated, but it left me wanting more. It left me wanting to come back into the world and dip my toes in and see where these characters are going to go and what's going to happen. So I feel I'm ready. I'm ready for that moment when Gareth finds out that she's alive. I'm waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
That and finding her brother. Those are where I'm like, okay, I need this and I'll be satisfied. like I've got it and I'll be satisfied there. Apparently Jandara and Goat will be satisfied with each other. So that's great. I'm happy for both of you. Love you both.
Okay. So did everybody answer the question? Yes, I think.
Kendall?
Yeah.
Kendall, yes.
Oh. What was the question? Sorry.
What did you think of the ending?
Satisfied.
Oh, yeah. No, the ending, satisfying enough, but still wanting more with like content. You know, it's like Shelby said. It left on a cliffhanger. There were so many questions, so many possibilities. So I will just be sitting here waiting very patiently.
Yep.
For the next one.
It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah, my TBR is as long as Timbuktu. So
are you a reader if your TBR is not as long as like can wrap around the world like 5 times?
5 times, yeah. It's got a greater wingspan than Cassian at this point. Woo! Anyway, were there any parts you would change or cut out of this book?
I didn't answer this one.
No,
I didn't either.
There was, Kendall, to your point, like, I really wanted Jada to live. Like, I really was intrigued by her, and I really would like to have seen that gone different, which I'm saying I'm glad it happened. Sounds weird, but like it made the story like that like jaw-dropping moment that I live for in books, and like ripped my heart out and threw it out the window and put it in a blender and tore it all up, like the end of the Book of Azrael. Like I live for those moments that tear your heart apart, and you're like,
that's exactly what I was thinking. Was like when you were explaining that, I was like, was it necessary? Yeah. Like it served, there was a purpose to it. It wasn't just like a willy-nilly like killing.
right.
But then it's like I was thinking about Diana and what was her name, Gabby from Book of Azrael, and I was like, wait, it's the same thing.
Yeah. I feel like some of the world building could have been left out, but then again, I don't think it would have gave as much of a I feel like it's all there for a purpose. I would have to read book 2 to know if it was like too much or too little type of thing. So for the most part, I didn't put any, but Jada dying was kind of heartbreaking. But
Yeah, that was definitely heartbreaking. Definitely.
is that what you pick, Kendall? You have anything else on that part?
No, not really. I mean, like, I didn't answer the question, but, you know, I was thinking about it while y'all were talking, and so.
So, next question. How did you feel about the author's writing style?
Yo, go ahead. I will answer after.
It
Kendall?
took
Yeah.
it took some getting used to, for sure. Like the equivalence to lingo in real life mixed with the Greek mythology references was interesting. It definitely took into the later half of the book for me to get used to that. I yeah, it just took some getting used to. There were like when when the voices started with Aymar, it was I was sitting here thinking where the backslash is necessary. What does that mean? And then I was like, no, there were no other ways to really do that. I see it.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say this to be mean, but I did want to point out that there were some punctuation errors in my copy of the book, and I'm trying not to be a stickler, but that I don't know why that bothered me so much, but it did, and I'm sorry.
I mean, we all, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you should ever feel sorry for that. But
No,
yeah, I don't ever notice those because I just read.
Yeah, like I'm like through the whole book, so I'm like,
yeah, and I think that's one of the things about being a slow reader is that like I pick up on that a lot. But of course I knew that like I probably should say it, because when we met her, she was so sweet, and she was like, no, I really value honesty, and I really need you guys to like tell me like what's like, if there's something, like if there's a concern or if there's something that needs to be pointed out, do it. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm gonna say, wait, no, that sounded really enthusiastic. I don't want to say it like that, because I mean well, I promise. But you know, I also talked about it. I got really heated during the February one about the grammar and the spelling errors. That was only on the Kindle edition, not on the physical copies.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty funny because she would text me and she'd be like, does it say this in the book? And I'm like, no.
Hashtag surgery treats.
Yeah. Surgery. Oh, and barley.
Barley, not barely.
Barley.
Yeah.
There was barley.
I barley heard him.
Yeah.
You know, some of those words, I probably see so many misspellings and mistypes stuff, but like my brain, I know what the word is supposed to be, so I just kind of read on through it and don't even really notice the mistakes half the time. And I'm that type of writer. Like, you could probably jumble up all the words and I would still read it how it's supposed to.
Like, I've gotten to a point where there's stuff that'll pop up on the screen and it'll be like, bet you didn't realize this was written for someone who can read in dyslexic writing, and then I go back and I realize all the words are jumbled.
I know, and you can read it perfectly fine with no issues. Yeah. That's me. That's when I'm like, I just need, and they say, you know, all you need is like the first and last letter of the word to be like in the same spot for your brain to register. And that's what I'm like, you guys point out all these misspellings, and I'm like,
I didn't notice.
I would make a really bad editor because I'm like, I would not notice at all.
I would too, because the way I read is like middle, top, bottom of a page. I don't read top to bottom like a normal person. I read jumping all over the page. So it's like, I can't edit something I'm not reading from that's grammarly correct.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, So I
But
found that
I'm
way.
with you, Kendall. It took me a little bit to get used to the writing style, and I don't have anything to say on that, but I really, really did enjoy the footnotes. Like, to me,
Oh
that
yeah,
was
those were
like,
I thought that was such a charming addition. Like that on
Yeah.
was,
top of
yeah.
like the artwork that she did herself.
Mhm.
That's yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I don't have anything to say about the right. God damn it. Oh. I don't have anything to say about
She's
the.
bored.
I'm not
No, I'm just kidding.
bored. I don't have anything to say about the writing. The writing was. Her style was different, but it's something I picked up on pretty quickly. Especially with the footnotes, I was able to like decipher a little bit, and then
Yeah.
once I got used to the way she was writing, I barely used the footnotes. I just kept going. I was like, I got it. I can figure it out. I know Greek mythology. I got this. And then if like a
Yeah.
name came up, I was like, huh? And then I read the footnote. But
It was
like,
nice
Yeah,
to
but the
have,
footnotes would
yeah.
be there. The footnotes
yeah,
were reliable.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a security blanket, like a little safe haven you had that you could refer to if you need to, which was
Yeah.
really nice. Um, do y'all have any quotes or lines that stood out to y'all?
I have one. Kendall, do you have one?
I did not.
I didn't have one either.
This tends to be the one question that I never end up answering.
Yeah.
I
One
usually
day I
have a
will.
billion. I love quotes, and I love this one in particular because it is one of these scenes that had me kicking my feet and screaming.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's forever heavy are our burdens on our shoulders, but brother, know this. Back will not bend, nor my knees buckle. My head is held high in this matter, and so it will remain.
Is that
Like,
part four's quote at the beginning of part four, and then she says it before the wedding?
Yeah.
when he was
Yeah.
trying to convince her, like, no, let's run away. Like, she was like, no, like, my back is sturdy. I will not break. Like, I am good. Like, she was so confident she was
Yeah.
going to be okay. And that just really, like, that line alone, like, I highlighted it when I first read it. And then what happens, and I'm like, wow, that hit. She was so confident. And so was I. Like, she was going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was really good with hand-to-hand combat, so if she like defeated, tried to attack her, she could probably defend herself somewhat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she was so confident that she would not break. Like,
Yeah.
she's got this. And
I
to me, like, I
wonder.
love that quote.
Yeah, I wonder if that's something where like Jada as a character, I feel like she was like almost flawless in a way.
Mhm.
And so it's like if you were to think back on if she were to continue to be there in the story, what growth would be there for her. And so I wonder if like maybe Jada served a bigger purpose than just being this like really like badass warrior and like
I think
potential future
she's,
queen.
yeah.
And so there was definitely a purpose to Jada being the one to go.
I think
I
it's
feel
gonna
like that.
impact Nico a lot. Like, I
Mhm.
feel like he's gonna totally flip everything, and he kind of did towards the end after her death. But I feel like it's really gonna play a huge part in book two. That he's almost gotta like live for her and like
Yeah.
be the queen she would have been, or king, or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah. Yep. Uh, I can agree with you there because I did not write a quote. This is one book I didn't really have a quote on that
I
part.
highlighted a few, but I think that was the one that stood out
Yeah.
the most. I'm like, that's a good quote, especially knowing what happens to her. But
Yeah.
yeah, so did the pacing work for you guys? I think
Sort
we
of.
kind of talked about this.
Yeah, it's it did work. It was a little slower than what I'm used to, but it didn't, like I said before, it didn't have a bad lag to it. It just had its moments where it would get slow, and then it would switch, or it would get slow and something would happen to like pick it back up again and make you like suck back into it. So I do like those laggy parts because those are the parts where I know I can put the book down and go do stuff that I need to do, and I'm not 100% sucked into the book. But I definitely, the pacing was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was the best pacing. I would say it was good. It was a good pace.
It wasn't the worst I've ever read though, so that's a plus.
That is very
It's
true.
not even like on the bad scale. Like it was kind of like you were saying. It's kind of in the middle. Like Knife Hit, I mean, it had its, to me, like I described it as like a roller coaster. It had its super high peaks, and then it had its kind of low peaks, and then it would pick back up. Like it was just constant, like almost like a roller coaster. And, but I did say that one of my pet peeves in books is when the character growth is unrealistic. Like they go from like super bad to like amazingly good. And I feel like this was realistic. Like especially like Nico, like he had his moments and he was still like bad, but he didn't like immediately flip the switch. Like to me, that, I mean, it was a nice balance. I thought the character growth felt realistic and more where it should be, instead of like unrealistic, like going from A to Z all of a sudden. Like, that never really happens. Like you don't flip the switch that easily. So I did like that part of it.
Yeah. Okay, Kendall.
No, I'm kind of with y'all about the pacing.
Okay.
So we're on the same page there.
Cool. Did it feel more character driven to y'all, or did it feel more plot driven?
I felt that with Ymir especially, it was very character driven.
Okay. Yeah.
I think especially because the plot, at least I feel the plot didn't really pick up until General Kairos came back. It's like the plot would kind of pop in every once in a while. But a lot of it was just Ymir's journey as she's kind of going through what the world is throwing at her. And how she's adjusting to it. And then with Nico, it's very much kind of like, there are things going on in the world around me. How is that going to play into how I turn out as well? Like, what's my role in this? And it definitely felt like he was kind of, it's like he wanted to be active, but he was kind of stuck being a bystander. And so he was trying to figure out how he can fit into all of that as well. So the plot was definitely there. There was absolutely a plot, but it was very character driven.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I do.
I wrote Nico part was more plot driven. Like I feel like Nico's had more consistent movement than Ymir's part. Like you were saying, to me, hers is more like the journey she was going through, and the emotions she was going through, and the torture, and the slow character growth. And I feel like Nico's was more plot. So I feel like wasn't, I don't want to say an even balance, but I feel like it was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Okay. Sorry, I got a pop-up notification. I was like, please tell me that did not show. Okay, thank God.
Hey, would you guys recommend this book?
Absolutely.
I would recommend the book. I would definitely recommend the book. And I have already told a couple people about this book. And this is something that is definitely their style to read. I actually told people about this book and they were like, "You read it?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." I did. Cuz this is definitely not a book I read. This is not a book I read. So they were shocked and they were like, "Okay, we'll give it a try." So I know some people that actually are going to give this book a read. So, I feel like the next question is just it was told in the two point of views that needed to be told in. too.
I feel like that question we probably almost leave out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think any of us really answer that question, and the next one, because like,
Yeah. I'm
to
gonna
me,
delete
like,
them.
the book is the book. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think it. Obviously, the book would be different if told from another point of view. It would be totally different. It was just
Yeah.
told from Einer's point of view. Like, yeah, I think
Those
we can.
those two, I'm gonna just fully delete out of here because I'm not ever going to answer those any differently. I would never, unless you have
Recommended.
the author there and making this come to life in their eyes and not in a producer's eyes. I don't want to watch it.
Even then,
Even then,
like, I feel
I
like you never are going to satisfy a reader. Like, it would have to be
yeah,
like a 5-hour movie. Like, to me, you
yeah,
cannot have a good book. I don't know. I feel like books should stay books. Like, there are
yeah,
some movies that I would love, or books that I would love to be movies, mainly because I just want to see the picture in my head, but
yeah.
I know that I'm not going to live up to my
I feel like
love of the book.
if you're going to do something, Harry Potter taken out of it, Harry Potter out of it all, because that is completely different. But like this book, Fourth Wing, Akatar with all of what they have, even um, like Butchered and Blackbird, because it is getting made into a movie. I feel like Butchered and Blackbird, because it is a smaller book, it could be adapted into a movie, but
And it doesn't have that super fantasy. Like, to me, you
exactly,
would have to have a huge budget to do, like,
yeah,
Avatar or Fourth
yeah,
or
like
any of those, like,
definitely like
fantasy.
really Fourth Wing, because they have the school, then you have the dragons, then you got a lot going on.
Right.
So it's like, if that's gonna happen, do it as a TV show. A TV show can go longer, and if you end up not having the budget, you can stop it at the end of a season. You're not just making a movie and the movie flops. You
Right.
at least
Yeah.
have time to develop before the end. That's
Yeah.
my thing though. So I deleted those two questions. They're
Yeah. They're gone.
irrelevant.
Unless, Kendall, did you answer those?
I didn't, but I am with you guys on like the TV show over film aspect. Especially because like if you kind of look back on like the track record of films these days, not all of them are great.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of things about like all these film adaptations being like flops, or if they are films, they go straight to streaming services. So I would definitely think like a TV show would benefit greatly with this kind, like that format would work really well for this book.
And definitely, if you're gonna do it, try to get your readers' input. Like, hint to be like, these three actors are probably gonna be it. And then, yeah, potentials. And then it's like, who did it the best, for one, and two, it's the author who sees this character in their mind when they're making these books. Two, and three, see what your audience says. It's like, can you see this person as Rhysand, or can you see this person as Rhysand? Or like, it's kind of, I feel like being like authors letting the people who read their books see kind of the process that's happening. They can see how they feel about it. Like, this is who potentials, or this is kind of like where I know we can't see any of it. Like, we're not supposed to see any of it. But it's like, I feel like you're targeting this to book people. You should have book people's input.
No, you're never gonna satisfy every.
You're
book
not.
person.
You're really not.
Why I'm like, maybe you should just leave it alone.
Yeah,
like,
just
let us have our
leave it.
picture in our brain.
Exactly.
Like, I don't. I would love if like every book can be like a live action, like every scene, every moment.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna
really happen.
So,
that's not gonna happen.
No.
But if anything, they'll get Dwayne the Rock Johnson to play freaking everything. He's in everything.
So what rating would you guys give this book? And why?
I'll let
So,
you go first.
okay. Well, I did 4. I did a 4-star. Um, I I would have given it higher if I feel like the next book may get a higher rating from me than this one, since this one was such a, you had to build the world, build the character, build the thing, and the lag and the like it just, there's a lot happening, and just solid throughout the book. It kind of stuck with the 4 because I wasn't feeling the emotions with the characters until her confessional. And then once her confessional happened, then I started feel like I felt my eyes burning. I felt my chest tighten. Like I was like, okay, now I'm feeling the emotions I'm supposed to feel.
Yeah.
and that's when it really hit 4 solid. And then so yeah, but I feel like the next book I'm gonna give it a higher rating if it's now that we have a story and a depth. I've got a place it's gonna go. So, Crystal.
So I started, most of the book was a 3.5. And until the very end, and that's when I gave it a solid 4. Because there's so much happening at the end that shocked me. And then I was like, why? I was not expecting that. Like, when you read so much, it kind of gets repetitive. And this one, I was like, okay, I know where this was going. Wait, what? I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But to give it a higher than a 4, and I can't explain my reasoning. I just needed more from Nico. Whether it's more
Same.
of his story or his character growth
or just Nico. Being
just
Nico. Nico being Nico.
And I feel like us being like, I love morally gray characters, and I feel like that's where he was. And I wanted, and it kind of goes to that. I wish we had more of Nico and less of, like, I understand, and it might be in book 2. We might get more of his story than we did of her story.
Or they could come together.
I needed more. I needed more from Nico. And that's all I put, is I just needed more Nico. And
more
it's probably
Nico.
me just being a more like gray character, loving the villain. Like, I needed him to be bad a little bit more. But, we won't go into that. But
yeah.
Sorry.
What was that look?
I was we don't have the censor on the stream right now.
Bet. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Kendall.
So, I said this before we started the stream, but I still kind of stand by it a little bit. So, I originally, like, when I finished the book, I was like, okay, I'm on the same page as, like, Crystal, where it was a 3.5 at first, room to grow. Okay, now that I've read it, it's a 4. But then, as I was going to bed that night and I was thinking about it, I was like, 3.5 is not a bad score.
Right? No, that is a really
like,
good score.
Like, yeah, like what,
people
like,
think
what
like if it's not a 4 or 5, it wasn't a good book, and that's definitely not true.
Yeah, and because like, and like reading this book made me kind of rethink what my like rating scores are on like a scale of 1 to 5 stars, because like, did I love the book? Like, absolutely love the book. I'm gonna reread it. I'm gonna recommend it to all my friends. I'm gonna keep it on like a shrine on my bookshelf. No. But I still genuinely liked it. It was really, really good. The story was amazing. And, and it's like, while this was a good book, yeah, there were a couple of things that I thought could be better. And that's okay. And so when I went back to, like, the star rating, it's like, my first association is 3.5 stars is mid. And then I put it in perspective. I'm like, no, 3.5 isn't mid. 2.5 is mid, because that's the midline between 0 and 5. So it's not mid. It's like 3.5. I think in my for my personal opinion of the book, I thought 3.5 was appropriate because it's good. There's room for growth, but I genuinely liked it. So I'm gonna stand by my 3.5 with love and appreciation.
Okay. Yeah.
That's true, and a lot of people, I think a lot of authors and maybe even readers feel like 3.5, like you were saying, is like a mid. Like, you liked it, but you didn't really like it.
Yeah.
But if you really think about it, it's not. Like, to me, a 5-star has to really have me like calling Shelby and like, hey, we need to talk
Yeah.
like now. Like,
Yeah, like buying
the Book of
multiple
Azrael.
versions of the same book and like.
Why are you calling us out
feel
like
like
that?
Target-
Hey, no. I'm calling all 3 of us out like that.
As
Don't
I
get all
stare
mad.
at my future 25 copies of Fourth Wing.
We don't want to talk about how many copies of Red Rising that I have in this house.
Yeah, no, exactly. Do you know the funds that I am wanting to like sock away for special editions of Red Rising whenever I get to that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's and like
And the
I
fact
feel
that
like the rating like 3.5 and 4, like you have to really, really move me to be like a 5-star. Like there's
Yeah.
not very
Yeah.
many books
Yeah.
that I put at 5-star,
So-
and I could count on my 10 fingers
yeah.
of the books that gave me. Like I gave a solid 5, and that I would reread over and over and over.
So the way that my rating works is I start at a basis of 3. I don't even look at 1. I don't even look at 2, unless I have to. I always start at a 3 because I enjoy writing. I write myself. I know how hard it is to publish a book, and the fact that you even publish the book alone gets you 3 stars with me. You were able to do it, put your art and your basically your baby out in the world, and put it out there for people to critique it and talk about it and do what we're doing right now and talk about how we feel about it. Alone gets you 3, and that's already in my brain. You're halfway to 5,
Yeah.
and so to go up to like 3.5, 4, 5 is something. It's a lot. So
Yeah.
if the book is really now to get a 5-star rating out of me, and you can ask Kendall because she sees my Goodreads, she sees my Fable. I give a lot of 5 stars. I give a lot of 5 stars all the time, and it's because it's the books I can finish in a day. I can binge read it. I feel the emotion. I want to keep going, and it's just something about it. It's like I can actually place myself as that character and live through it with the character in the book. Because I have to do that right now, writing the book that I'm writing, I'm having to be that character. So if I can get into a book and I can feel myself being that character, that's when you're going to get my 5-star from me. Now, if I'm just reading it and I'm enjoying it and I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying the story aspect of it and the build, and I want more and I want to keep going, I'm going to give you 4-star. Now, if I read the story and I'm giving you props for putting it out there and it was good, then I'm going to give you 3.5. If I cannot stand the story at all and it is boring the hell out of me, you're getting a 2. Solid 2. Because
You're getting into enough for me because like, I don't have enough
if I
time.
finish it, DNF. If I DNF, you're not getting anything. If I can at least finish it, but I suffer. If it takes me more than 2 days to finish your book, 1 or 2. But I start at that 3 and then I waver. I don't ever start at 0. I always start at 3 and then I waver and teeter-totter between to see if it gets better, if it gets worse. I sit in that middle for it. So just because I know how hard it is to put your thoughts and your art out there. I know how hard it is. So that's me.
I like that. It's a good explanation.
Yeah.
So did you guys have a question you would like to ask the author?
Why the cliffhangers? Why? Why did you have to do that?
Follow up. When's book 2 coming out? No, I'm just kidding. Don't answer that.
That's what I wrote. I was like, "Where's book 2?
Yeah, like,
have you
yeah,
started
where's
it?
book
Like,
2?
come on."
And I want to know. I want to know. Is the brother in book 2? I need to know where this brother is. I need to know.
Yeah.
I need just a good, wholesome reunite. Gareth falling to his knees, crying. He's so happy that she's alive. Like I'm ready for book 2.
End up with Nico.
I
What?
okay. Or because it was said
Or-
previously in the chat, both.
That's where I was going. I like that
I'm
two
curious about
versus one.
I'm curious about how different Ymir is before and after she was taken, and if she would
Yeah.
reunite with Gareth, and like it was already kind of hinted that like Gareth may be moving on, like he's still mourning, but like maybe he'll move, like maybe he's moving on. So I'm curious as to like how should we prepare for the reunion between Gareth and Ymir if that were to happen at all?
I don't
Yeah.
think it
That's
would
my
go
question.
well because then honestly, I think he's changed too much to be his. I always felt like their relationship, he was like, let's do this, and like expecting her to follow.
Yeah. Now
And
she's grown
now I
some
don't think
huevos.
she could. I don't think she could follow anymore.
No.
I think he would have to make a flip and
Yeah.
be the submissive, so to speak, because I don't know how any other way to explain it.
Yeah.
I think she's changed too much, and the fact that she was ready to rise up against guards, like, she grew a pair, and she ain't gonna lose the pair anymore. Like, they're there for good. Like, I don't think they could reunite, which is why I'm like,
She
Nico,
grew
or
them
both.
huevos. So she's there. Yeah. No.
I like the both plan. That'd be good.
I like both too.
But that's just
that's
what I
me.
enjoy.
Yeah. that's like obviously you see what Crystal and I read. So yeah.
And I haven't read any in a while. I feel like I need to go back.
I'm reading one
You
right
know what?
now.
You know what? I think next month's book pick that may be good justification then.
Oh, no. Well, no. It's not that.
No.
It doesn't have
No.
that. No.
No,
And in that
doesn't.
segue, let's talk about book 2.
Because we're 50 minutes over. We're supposed to end.
Hey, that was closer than last month, right? Right? Right,
We're
guys?
making progress.
We're making
Nobody better complain. That's all I'm saying.
No.
If,
Oh, I'm gonna hear about us being loud. I'm gonna hear about it as soon as.
And you
I
know
get
what?
off
You
of
can
this.
shut him up later. So anyway,
Never mind.
to segue into our book of the month, the next month, Crystal and I have read it, but we want to read it again because this is one of my favorite books of all time. Of all time. Other than Grimm, which we will revisit that book at some point this year because that is a good book and I bawled my eyes out at the end of it. This book, Kendall has not read yet.
And we are super excited to see the reaction.
Very excited to
Kendall.
see.
they let me pick, and I literally couldn't pick.
So
between two books.
I fixed it. Well, Crystal and I fixed it. So Crystal and I are going to be listening. I think Kendall's also going to be listening to Pen Pal. This book is more on the darker side.
Please track your triggers.
Check your triggers. Yes.
Mental health is good. Let's
Yes.
stress that.
Yes.
Me and Shelby doesn't really have any.
No.
So don't always take our recommendations for books.
No.
You know, I
Nothing.
think actually
There's only been one book that I've put down that I could not read, and it was like, thankfully, it was like the first chapter, and I was like, and it was more of kids stuff happening to kids that shouldn't happen to kids. Like anything else is on the table. Like
Yeah.
I don't like reading about the things that happen in certain books like this one, not Pen Pal, but Giving Up Elysium. You know, the torture and stuff like that. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
It's the R word that I don't like,
Yes.
but it won't stop me from reading a book. But when it happens to kids,
Yes.
I put that book down so fast and I sold it so fast, and I'm like, nope, not even gonna give it a chance.
Yep. This book is, like I said, it's dark, but I am very passionate about this book. I've talked about this book, I think, for a year and a half, Kendall?
Yeah. And she points it out at every bookstore we go to.
Yes, and
oh my gosh, this is a special edition. Oh my gosh, I have this book. Oh my gosh, I love this book. Oh my gosh, I'm Shelby and I love this book.
I'm Shelby and I love this book so much. Here's a special edition.
I was with Shelby when she bought
when I bought this. I already have my quote marked in there. That is one of my favorite quotes in this book. One of the multiple quotes in this book that I love. So this is gonna be the month of May is pen pal, and don't let the cover deceive you just because there is a man on the cover. Some people have issues with people on covers of books. It is actually a really good book. The story inside of it is not what you expect. It is definitely a shocker when you start reading it. It is definitely a shocker.
But we won't go into that. Like, Shelby and I have already read it, and it's going to be a nice refresher because we both really, really enjoyed this book.
We both really love this book. Like, top 5.
It's been probably, man, I want to say almost like 3 years since
I think it's been about 2.
Has it been out that long?
No, it's only been about 2 years. Because we were at the very last time we went to QuakeCon.
Did we read it over there?
Yeah, because I bought this. I bought this the last time we went to QuakeCon.
No, I'm saying, like, when was the last time I read it?
Oh.
I don't think we read it.
No.
It came out in 2024, so it's probably, like, that year I read it. So it's probably been, okay, that's only 2 years. So.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's due for a reread.
Yeah.
But we already got, so, like we said, there were 2 books for May that we decided between. We're picking Pen Pal first.
We're picking Pen Pal for May. And then we're picking A Throne in Bloom for June.
Yes. And
so
that book, we did meet the author.
We did.
There we go.
And it's amazing. And I have this not this picture. This picture. This picture is what's kind of sold me a little bit. It was cute. So
yeah, I could already tell our favorite characters are going to be Kevin the Bee.
Our favorite character is going to be Kevin the Bee. And it looks like it's going to be really good. I'm keeping the other one for myself because that was my picture. But I was told that it's super fun, super cute. So we'll see how it goes. None of us have read this, and we all bought it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We are also in discussion about maybe doing like a fun little segment on what got us into reading. We're going to discuss it more and maybe do another stream of doing something like that.
Totally separate.
Totally separate from this. So we'll
get a date and let everybody know.
Yeah, it's not. It may not be in the next like month, but it's just something. Keep your eye out, keep an ear out, watch the chat, just to kind of see. Just to get us on here a little bit more.
Yeah. I will say A Throne in Bloom is a good time to read in June because the second book comes out June 11th.
Are you serious?
Serious.
That's amazing.
That is awesome.
That is a great timing.
Yeah, that was really good timing.
That's almost perfect. So we'll read this one, and we'll probably, hopefully, go straight to the second one. That comes out June 11th of this year. So it's great pick for June. It's almost like Fated.
Yeah, it's almost like fate. So what I may do is I may wait for the second one to come out, read this, and then get the second one and read the second one, and then maybe we can talk about both of them. If we have time to read both books. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's the key there.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So.
But other than
that will conclude our book talk stream. We kept it under 2 hours this time.
Whoop. Improvements.
I think.
I'm just gonna start just saying we're going to be 2 hours, because I really don't think we're going to get it down a
No.
whole lot more, especially because I would love for more people to actually get in Discord and talk about it. And so the more people we get, the more we're going to have to probably expand this, especially if we might have to limit our questions or kind of like rope them all in one. But if you do want...
What did he say? What did the man say?
Okay, so I will read what Goat says. He said, make sure you go pick up next month's book, take your time with it, and come back ready to really dive in. No cutting corners. Do that for me, and I'll call you a good girl when you come back. Stay a little obsessed with the story, and don't keep me waiting until next month. Expect to see you there.
Bro, he crazy
So that
for
means,
that.
I get to be called a good girl.
Good for you, Crystal.
I can't. I'm gonna cry. I want to laugh so hard. I'm trying not to lose it on the stream again.
So I'm gonna turn. You know what we should do? Turn every time Shelby loses it into a drinking game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're
And
either
then
gonna
let's
be
see what
really
all
drunk or
Goat
really
really says.
hydrated.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to go stock up on some wine. That Stella Rose.
A cup like 5 or 6 bottles. Because you lose it quite a bit.
I do, and that's
We both do, but
that's me. You know, it's never an interesting stream if I don't lose it. Yeah, I keep everything.
Yeah, we just
flowing.
need Jason in the chat too, and then we'll really just have a good old time.
Well, he was drinking beer earlier and watching NASCAR, so.
But yeah, we got sidetracked by that comment, so I guess that's a good way to end the stream.
I
Until
guess
next
it
time.
is. And so go pick up Pen Pal and go pick up A Throne in Bloom.
Yeah, and be a good girl. Oh boy.
Yeah, and I will see y'all in the morning for my stream.